Hey friends, I'm Steph from cheapskatecook.com. Welcome to my kitchen, and today we're going to talk about meal prepping, but not the super cutesy Pinterest-worthy meal prepping. We're gonna talk about the real life, practical, maybe more family style meal prepping. I've been cooking real food for over 10 years now, and if there's anything that I've learned in that 10 years, it's that you have to be flexible with your approach to it, and you have to be flexible with the strategies that you use in order to fit real food, scratch cooking into our busy modern lives. Because seasons change, and what worked 2 years ago probably doesn't work today. So today I want to address a very specific way of making real food. I'm talking about meal prepping, or you could call it freezer cooking, or you could call it making ahead, or there's all kinds of different trendy words that we use for this concept, but the idea is that you make some food before you actually need it, whether that's a couple days or a week or significantly before you need it, and then you pop it in the freezer, and then that way you can have your homemade food on days and weeks that you're really busy and you just can't fit it into your schedule. Hey, if you like where this video is going, hit the like and subscribe button. This is going to help you save money because you'll be less tempted to eat out or to buy convenience food, especially if you're looking for really healthy convenience food. It's so expensive. And it's going to help you stay sane because you're not going to be freaking out trying to piece something together at the last minute. And it's going to help you eat better because you're not resorting to convenience foods or something that's significantly less healthy because you're just pressed for time. Now, I am totally about balance. I've got frozen pizzas in my freezer, and that is okay with me because first of all, they're delicious, and second of all, because we are a real family that doesn't try to eat perfectly all the time. What we try to do is eat a lot of real good natural food and a lot of plants, and in order to do that, meal prepping, making ahead, helps kind of alleviate some of the stress and some of the cost that comes along with that. So when we think about meal prepping, we usually think of those cute plastic containers or cute rectangular glass containers that have some kind of a protein and a grain or potatoes and then a vegetable, and you make them all ahead of time and it's all of your meals. That's great for 1 or 2 people and maybe even for more people, just depending on the season of life that you're in. But when you're talking about feeding little kids and feeding maybe some selective eaters who wouldn't be real happy with that setup, you gotta find something else that works for you, but you can still take the concept of meal prepping, making some food ahead of time so that it is easier and more cost effective to eat healthy, and apply it to the season of life that you're in. So today I wanna show you 5 different simple real foods that you can prep every week and use them to make all kinds of real food meals through the week ahead. These foods are not expensive, they are not weird, so it's just normal things that you can find at pretty much any grocery store. You can totally make them more expensive or more flavorful or more fancy, depending on how you bring them together to make a meal. But you can also make them extremely simple and delicious and more like comfort food. Okay, I know a lot of you guys are really good at meal prepping and real food and making it work for your family, so I would love to hear from you in the comments what foods you prep pretty much every week in order to save money and eat healthy. Let me know in the comments below. Now there's a very specific reason why I chose 5 foods to meal prep, and that is because more than 5 gets to be a little overwhelming. Unless you are fully committed to making ahead and spending hours in the kitchen, more than 5 is going to be a little much. But I can spend an hour in the kitchen, maybe 2 if you count cleanup, and prep these 5 meal elements, and then I can use them for all kinds of meals in the week ahead. So it's not a huge time commitment, it's not a huge money commitment, it's just gonna help you save money and eat healthy this week. Okay, are you ready for the 5 foods that you can prep for simple real food dinners all week? I'm gonna show them to you. First, let's talk about chicken. So you can cook a whole chicken, you can throw some thighs or chicken breasts in the slow cooker, then you can shred it. I like to put it in my KitchenAid and let the mixer do the work, and you can use it for buffalo chicken dip or tacos or soup or sandwiches, barbecue. So many ways to use pre-cooked make-ahead chicken. I also like to cook a couple pounds of beef, and you can do ground beef, you can do ground turkey, or even a beef roast in the slow cooker. And then you've just eliminated that step to any recipe that uses beef. So we will use it for tacos or pasta, soup, actual burritos that we can then put in the freezer. My kids actually prefer ground beef to chicken, so we like to keep it on hand, and it's just a really easy way to add some protein to pretty much any meal. Next, I like to make a big pot of beans. I usually only make one type a week, and then we just use that in whatever meals that we're making that week. So maybe it'll be black beans and we'll do some chili and some tacos. Maybe it'll be white beans and it'll be white bean chili, and we'll make some hummus with it. Or I really like our cumin beans, which is just so versatile for all kinds of things. Bean recipes are so budget friendly, so if I make a big pot at the beginning of the week, that kind of forces me to prioritize making bean meals throughout the week. Next, I like to make some potatoes. So the method that I use means that I drizzle some olive oil onto the potatoes, and then I sprinkle some salt on them, and then just make sure that the olive oil and the salt are coating the potatoes really well. And then I bake them. Using this method helps ensure that they are just really flavorful, and then I can use it in all kinds of meals throughout the week, and it works really well for sweet potatoes as well. Look at all these different ways that you can use a couple of baked potatoes to make all kinds of meals. Finally, let's talk salad. Even though salad only lasts a couple of days in the fridge, I always like to make some ahead of time, because if we have a big container of it already ready, that just makes the veggies so much easier when it comes to dinner time. Our favorite recipe involves just lettuce and shredding some carrots, and then we might throw in some tomatoes. And then of course we have our family's favorite Greek dressing. I know making salad dressing seems so extra, but really I've found that my kids absolutely love the homemade dressing, and it's so clean. But we have other homemade recipes that we also enjoy, and they only take like 2 minutes to put together. Okay, those are our 5 real foods that we prep pretty much every week to make meal planning and meal times simpler and easier, but still like saving money and eating healthy. I highly recommend that you try this for like a couple of weeks in a row and see how it goes, because the first time we try something new, it's kind of painful and we make mistakes, and it always takes longer than we think it's going to take. And so don't try this one week and be like, oh, that didn't work for me. Try it for 3 weeks in a row and see if it actually works for you. I suspect that after the first week you're going to be sold, but definitely after 3 weeks you're going to start to realize how you can pull these meals together in really simple ways, and how this is really going to be powerful for your real food journey in the season of life that you're in. I hope that you give this a try, and I hope that this helps you. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen. I'm Steph from CheapskateCook.com. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more ways to save money and eat healthy. Season of life that you're in. There's a hair in my mouth. So today I want to show you, what was I gonna show you? Okay, I've been real food. Are you ready for the, okay, are you ready for the 5 simple, 4 meal plan? This is a lot of words.